Hey, what's going on?
What's good?
We're
What's
back.
good? It's the boys.
Hey, what up? Majin Shane here.
Tito _ Epstein. I don't know why I like to say the underscore part, but
Yeah,
deal with it.
it's there for a reason, man. You got to keep it there.
Yep. Shit. Should we tell them?
The blend.
Yeah, the
There
blend.
it is.
We're official. That's the
We
name.
finally have a name.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them why we decided?
Yeah, the
that?
blend because just a blend of conversations. Not really too much thought behind it. We don't really have a specific topic that we get into, so we kind of just blend our conversations through. So
Hells
that's what's up.
yeah.
And then scheduling wise, we're gonna hopefully record this weekly every day on Monday. Either upload it Monday nights or a Tuesday afternoon kind of thing. We're still gonna get that down. And plans at the moment, we don't really have anything in mind. We just kind of like getting together and having these conversations.
No, I'm still here. There you go.
Okay, there it goes. Yeah. And yeah, we just like getting together, recording this shit, throwing it up because, just conversations are cool. That's why I like doing podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts for a minute now, and I always thought they were interesting.
Yeah.
So
I have the idea that I might want to start live streaming this, but that's still kind of like not stable.
Yeah,
like we're still kind of like debating it, but
we still got to get down like actually doing these episodes with a schedule and stuff like that first anyway.
Yeah.
So once we got that down pat, we'll start doing different shit like branching out to Twitch. We're going to be uploading this on SoundCloud and YouTube mostly, just audio. And then hopefully in the future we'll get like a nice camera that we could just record us talking and
because that's what's missing.
So once we get all that shit down, we'll hopefully do that shit. So that'd be cool. So I'm finally back from Cali.
How was
it? The hiatus was about. It was awesome, man. I went out there for a girl.
Nice.
And I flew into LA, hung out there for the whole day, which was tight. Went on Fairfax and Melrose, did a whole shopping thing, like a hype beast I am.
Jesus Christ. I'm kind of jealous though.
And then after that, we went back to where she lives, which is kind of like in the Fresno area. Stayed at her house for a day. The next day, we got on a train, went out to San Francisco. Let me tell you, man, I know you don't like San Francisco because of shitty people in your past, but
yeah.
San Francisco is a beautiful fucking city, dog. Like it was just really gorgeous and it's just nice to look at. We walked around pretty much the entire city. Well, we really Ubered around everywhere and then went to different places and walked around, ate amazing food like every single day. I was out there for 3 days. We stayed at this really nice hotel and it was awesome, man. I got to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I didn't go on it because I didn't really want to. I just wanted to kind of look at it, take some pictures, do the whole tourist thing. And yeah, it was awesome though. A lot of
is that the place where you posted the picture of the donuts?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
That place is called Mr. Holmes. Listen, their donuts, dog.
Like legendary
insane,
shit,
bro. Like the best donut I ever had.
Why didn't you bring me one?
It was crazy. Because
2 weeks.
Because 2 weeks and and I can't bring it on a plane. But yeah, it was awesome, man. It a really beautiful city. A lot of crackheads. What? I was walking on Main Street. I feel like most cities that are big like that have it. Like Miami has that shit. Where you're just walking down the street, you pass a side street. Oh, there's a crackhead. Crack. Just lighting up a bowl. Like it was fucking sick.
You were there for like the whole Pride Month thing, right?
No, I missed. I was a week early. We went a week early. We were gonna go back, but the person that we were gonna stay with, I guess they had some shit they had to take care of. So I missed Pride sadly.
Damn.
Which would have been tight, man. I'm not, I'm a straight white male, which is, the devil now. But like, it would have been awesome, man, to go walking around for Pride and shit like that. It would have been really cool. But I'm sad we missed it because we were gonna meet up with a bunch of our friends and shit like that. Well, mostly.
Did you go to Chinatown?
Yeah, we drove through it, and then there was this coffee shop we went to, and there was, I forget the name of it, but it was really good. I really liked the architecture of it. It was like they had most of their shit was natural lighting.
What was it like walking on those hills and those fucking like the uphill fucking?
We actually did walk up and down them, and like they had like little steps on some of them because they were too steep. It was ass, I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Like it was really cool, like just seeing that shit, because being from Florida, we don't see hills at all. We have just flat marsh. Like it's just awful. So being up on those hills was cool, but it's very taxing on your legs, bro. Like we went through this park. I forget the name of it. Damn.
Hippie Hill?
Well, we went to that. That was later. We went to the Golden Gate Park, which was where that is. We walked the whole Golden Gate Park, which is like
sounds like a fucking
3 miles or something like that. It sucked because I'm not the most active person, but at the same time, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, Shane plays video games That's it.
Literally,
Recently we just got into basketball, but before that it was like video games for years.
Yeah, basketball was dope, but I love video games. I've always been playing video games. But yeah, literally just that's what I did in San Fran. And then after that we left after 3 days, took a train back to where she lives, hung out, and we pretty much just hung out around her neighborhood, like eating and like just chilling and just enjoying like company and shit like that.
That's cool.
And then after, dude, the way I had to get home was the most obnoxious shit, but it was the only way that it could have worked. So I get on a train at 10 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you this whole timeline of just how the fuck I got to LAX.
Let them know, Shane. Let them know.
From like basically Fresno. So I get on a train at 10 p.m. After about an hour of heading south, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, I got off the train onto a bus, and then I was on the bus for 2 hours, and then I got off at Union Station in LA, and then from there I got on another bus to take me to LAX. Now, by the time that I get to LAX, it's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my God.
Zero sleep the whole time driving down there or getting down there. It's 3 a.m. My plane doesn't leave till 9:55. So I'm in LAX 3 a.m. by myself. Oh, mind you, forgot this part, left this out. My phone breaks the day of me leaving. So before I get on the train, maybe around like 7 or something like that, my phone breaks. But she came in clutch and was like, "Hey, you can take my iPad." So I had like an hour just to download. We had to wipe the iPad real quick. I had an hour to download a bunch of shit, just music and
Did you
shit on
download
Netflix.
Angry Birds?
No. What I mostly downloaded was podcasts that I can listen to on the way down there and on the plane and shit like that. But the iPad, it wasn't the new one, so it didn't have like it didn't have like 4G or anything like that. So I had to do all this shit, download it at her house at Wi-Fi real quick. So I had like some music and podcasts, which was enough.
Yeah.
Because like by the time when there was Wi-Fi on the train, which I could like watch shit on a little bit, and then there was Wi-Fi at LAX. But the whole time going down there, I didn't have like a phone basically, which is like
sucks.
You
That's
don't
fucking
realize.
Scary.
Yeah, and I was by myself with no way to contact anyone
In a state that you're
like,
not from.
Yeah,
and you don't have friends
Wi-Fi
there.
on the train or on the not on the train, but on the bus. So, dude, like I was kind of freaking out, but at the same time I was too tired to freak out. But yeah, so I get to LAX at 3 a.m. and I'm by myself waiting. Like I couldn't get my boarding pass because obviously it was 6 hours from now. So I was just sitting around on my ass.
Did you sleep?
No, I didn't sleep once. I was up the whole time.
There's people out there that sleep like in between like their flights and
dude,
shit.
I was walking like just walking around to try and kill time, and there was multiple people just passed the fuck out, like bundled up and shit like that, laying on their backpacks, and I would be too scared especially because I'm by myself.
Yeah,
I'd be too scared to either that or like get my shit jacked. Like, and I didn't want the possibility of that, so I stayed up literally the whole time. And then I went down to Starbucks once it opened up at like 5 or 6 a.m. Got a coffee
at the airport.
Yeah, at the airport. I got a coffee and a bacon Gouda. ate that shit because I needed some food before I got on the plane. And then after waiting around for 6 hours, I just listened to a podcast being by myself, which was honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. It wasn't really that bad, honestly, but it was still pretty fucking bad. And then I finally like I'm boarding the plane and shit like that. They go through my bag for some fucking reason because LAX is mad annoying. Dude, flying, this experience of going over there, as cool as it was being in California, being in LA, San Francisco, spending time over there, it was awesome. But like, just traveling is ass, man. It's so annoying. And like, the plane, like the flight is just, it's just annoying, man. Flying's annoying. Traveling is annoying. I don't know how people do that shit all the time.
Living is annoying.
Existing
is really annoying.
Breathing's hard at times. But yeah, I get on the plane. I slept maybe 30 minutes on the plane. It's like a 6.5 hour flight, something like that. Or
like you were nervous, or you just weren't feeling it.
I was just up. I couldn't fall asleep on the plane, man.
That's weird.
Up. And I just watched a movie. I watched Memento. Watched half of it, and I was like too tired to like actually pay attention to it. And it's like a movie that you kind of have to. So I was like, dude, I just need to listen to a podcast. Actually, what I did, I downloaded a Louis C.K. special.
Yeah.
And I watched that. And I was just in my chair laughing to myself with my headphones on. And the people next to me were probably just like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Like,
Which special was it?
2017, I believe.
Dude, that shit's funny.
Yeah,
as fuck.
it was really good. He's the fucking man. I love Louis C.K. He's
Dude,
like
it
one of
got
my favorites.
the beginning of that one's super awkward. It's the one where he talks about fucking abortion.
Yeah,
and
he
shit.
just starts it up. He's like, he walks out. He's just like, so here's my thoughts on abortion.
Yeah,
And, like,
that's
that's
fucking
literally how he
weird.
starts. It's like, oh, okay, we're jumping right in. I like it. But,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I finally got home. I got flew out at around 10 a.m. over there, and I got home at maybe 6 p.m. Florida time, or Eastern time, Florida time, damn, but Eastern time. So, and then right as I got picked up, my parents, we got pizza. Still hadn't slept, and then I think I got home and then we hung out right after. Right? Didn't we get coffee
I don't
or
remember.
something? I don't remember either.
I
but I'm
have
pretty
shit
sure we just
memory
hung
now.
out, and then and now I'm back, and we're finally getting on this shit again. So
We're
that's my Cali
official
trip.
though. We're the blend. It's official. You can't take that back. Tell your friends about us.
Ooh, yeah, let your friends know. So yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
what have you been up
wait.
to this whole time for 2 weeks?
Well, you sent me this fucking GIF of SpongeBob, and that's literally what happened. I was waiting for you to come.
Oh, what do you do when I normally leave? Wait for you to get back.
That's literally what I did. Nah, I mean, I just kind of like. Well, I was talking to my friend who helped me like come up with the fucking the little design thing for us for the blend. But just I don't know, like trying to
Yeah,
stay.
shouts out to Chris for that shit. That shit's dope. I like it a lot actually.
I've been trying to like get things straight when it comes to like my dream and shit because a lot of people are already involved a lot, so I'm kind of like weeding the people that shouldn't be involved anymore out.
For sure.
So it's just been kind of like I've been considering, firsthand, like I've been considering giving up and shit, but it's like this is my last fucking like chance to really put effort into it, so I might as well start by like cutting people out type shit.
Yeah, for sure. Be serious
So
about it.
when you were gone, I had a lot to think about. Like I started playing Counter-Strike way too much
Just
when you
getting
left.
too into Counter-Strike.
Dude, I'm
just staying
fucking
up till
good
8
at it
a.m.
now.
Dude, you know what's funny? I did that these past 2 days. I bought a game called Civilization, Civ 5, because it's on sale on Steam right now.
Yeah.
Steam has this like summer sale where like a bunch of shit that it's like half off. So this shit with all the DLCs included, it's a complete edition. It's originally like $150. Right now it's $12.
What a steal.
Dude, I know. I bought that shit and like it's a strategic game. Like it's a turn-based strategy game where you basically just make your own civilization and like, you have a bunch of people in history. Like right now, I'm doing Elizabeth, like from England.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth from England. That's like the civ I'm building right now that I started today. But these games are like, I ate like 7 hours went by. It was 9 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, "Oh fuck,
Yeah,
I should probably go to bed." Like,
that's the same shit that happens with Counter-Strike, especially because I'm part of like a clan type thing.
Yeah,
and like we get on Discord and we're just talking about random shit, and then sometimes we'll hop onto Skype, and it's cool. It's like it's crazy. Like games are like. You know what I mean? Like you meet people through games and shit.
Yeah, it's intense.
2 times while I was playing Counter-Strike. 2 times. These kids like that were in Discord, they've known each other for quite a minute, and some kid shared a news article from Vegas or from Arizona, wherever the fuck they're from, and like they basically like realized that they've met each other before in real life.
What?
And that they're from the same city, bro. Like they live down the street from each other. So it's what
the fuck?
Yeah, bro, it's fucking weird. Like video games are fucking mad weird, and like I'm getting sucked into that shit. Like I want to get a gaming PC.
You know
at
what's
this
cool,
point.
man, but also sucks at the same time. Because I grew up playing video games, and like when you were a kid, well, honestly, when I was a kid, I played video games a lot when I was a kid, but I was also really active because I was the street that I lived on in Broward, like it was a bunch of kids my age. There was like 6 or 7 of us.
The best.
And then we all had older brothers.
Yeah,
best. Literally. So we would all just play football and basketball every fucking day. We would just come outside and then like we would just knock on each other's door, be like, "Yo, you want to play?" And like literally every day we'd play. And then when I go inside, I'd play video games or something like that. So like, but it's funny how big. I mean, video games always been huge, but like how like much more in the mainstream they are now, especially with how big like esports is with Counter-Strike and how like big League is and shit like that. Like basketball teams legit have been bought, like basketball teams. Like Rick Fox has been buying, like he has his own fucking team. And the Sixers just bought another team. I forget which, I think it might be Envy or something like that. I forget what team it was, but it's intense how big it's getting, but it's like, it's great because I fucking love video games. I love how
Right.
big it's getting. But like at the same time, when I was a kid, I made fun of for that
No,
shit.
yeah,
It's so
and
funny.
it's like parents too. Parents would fucking make you feel bad for playing video games.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously, yeah.
on top of like on my end, like we were kind of like fucking poor at the time, so I just the last thing that I got was the Xbox original type shit. So like, there's been a huge gap from fucking me and video games. Don't fucking go. We're not like close like that. But
I had the original Xbox and I played Halo, but I was mostly PlayStation. Like PlayStation 2 was that system, dog. Like that was the best.
I had the
system.
first PlayStation.
So many good games in it.
As a kid, when I was like a toddler, infant type fucking thing, like yeah, I had the fucking PlayStation. I remember they had like, very distant in my memories. I had like the fucking racing simulator stuff.
Nah.
Shit. Yeah, dude, but I didn't know what the fuck was happening back then. I don't know what
Just
the fuck
the little
it was.
wheel that you would fucking.
Yeah, with the gas pedal and shit. And yeah, dude, no, for sure. Like, I'm impressed as fuck with this whole video. Like, it's been barely like my first month taking Counter-Strike serious and shit, or maybe not my first month, maybe like my third week.
Just playing the
But
shit
like,
out of it.
yeah, dude, but it's so cool. Like, you just meet people. I mean, there's a lot of fucking weird ass people also, but I mean, like
100%.
for the most part, the gaming community is pretty sick. And then there's like just a promising future now through video games. I mean, you and I are like, you showed me fucking Dr. Disrespect, and that guy makes.
Yeah, on Twitch.
I did research, bro. He makes like fucking 300K.
You can make so much.
Yeah.
The biggest streamer right now, I'm pretty sure, like who's been making the most money, is this streamer named I'm a Cutie Pie, and he made, I think it was something insane, like read an article that Rolling Stone actually did on him.
Wow.
Rolling Stone did this article on him, and I think it was before ads. He made like $2 million a year.
Jesus Christ, what?
Like, it's an insane amount of money that you don't really think about streaming, and that's why recently, like, a bunch of people, a lot of celebrities too, have been jumping on this, like just streaming on Twitch.
The only,
they see
like,
it as an avenue to get their shit up.
Yeah, not celebrity, but fucking death metal vocalist Adam Warren is getting in that, and I saw him on
yeah,
Facebook.
and then I saw Rampage Jackson from the UFC.
Oh,
UFC
shit.
fighter. He started doing that shit. Like, and then I was on there the other day, and Mia Khalifa was fucking streaming.
What?
She went from like
Date me. If you're
she went from
this.
doing porn to like doing sports or something like that, and now
Oh yeah, she's always
streaming.
been a fan of like football and shit.
It's cool that she like had that avenue and just like did that shit and then like doing her own
Switched
shit
it
to
up.
it
Yeah,
now, you
no,
know what
that's
I mean?
what's
Like,
cool, dude.
she's always
Like,
changed. I don't know.
I've always been interested in video games. There's always so much, like, I guess my biggest problem as a person is that like I care too much about what other people say. So
fuck 'em.
I've had money to like where I could buy an Xbox or something, but I hear so much shit talk on Xbox, and then I try to get a PlayStation. People are like, nah, fuck that, and it's like, nah,
That's why
get a
you gotta
gaming
build your own
PC. And it's like,
bro, 'cause
fuck,
PC
bro.
is the best out of all three.
Yeah,
So
so
you
like
do the most shit on it.
now I'm just I want to start saving up for a gaming PC because it seems like that's what's gonna be outlasting all these other systems, anyways.
100%, yeah.
So, damn, like
That's
that.
dope.
For anyone that's like interested in what the fuck I've been doing, Counter-Strike's what I've been doing. You can add me later if you want my Steam account. But might get into fucking streaming too, but I'm not that good right now. But yeah, that's
Streaming's
basically.
dope. I like it. I should like do it more. I've done it maybe like once or twice.
Okay, so Shane does fucking
But-
Twitch sometimes, but I have to push him to fucking really do it.
Yeah,
so.
what I like about video games, man, is like I can just, because I don't like sitting around. Like I like watching a show or something like. I don't
Yeah.
really even watch TV, but like I like listening to a podcast. But at the same time, when you're listening to a podcast, you don't just sit there and like sit quietly and shit.
Yeah,
Just
you're usually
sit there and
doing
listen.
shit.
You want to do shit. So
Yep.
like a lot of times I'll play a video game and throw on a podcast in the background, like a Joe Rogan type of thing, or like this podcast that I watch a lot called The Fighter and the Kid, and there's a lot of like informational shit on there. But at the same time, I don't want to just,
For
sit
sure.
there. So that's why I play video games a lot of times and listen to that shit. So that's why I don't want to stream at the same time, because I'm like already listening to that shit and like streaming, and like when you're starting off, no one's really watching you. So
Yeah, I
it's kind of
see
just
that.
awkward. Like,
Yeah.
just streaming. If I had like actual people watching me and like interacting, that should be so much easier. But
Like
since I'm,
even
like,
just 20 people would be more
No,
comfortable
seriously,
than
like,
just like
people
2
just
to 3.
commenting or
Yeah,
something like that.
exactly.
it's just mad awkward. I don't even know how people gain like who's scrolling down that much in the feed of a video game to see like one person watching. this
Yeah.
thing.
The only thing that I've done, like I seriously want to do streaming or like Twitch shit, but I'm not good, and then I don't have equipment at all. Like I play Counter-Strike on a fucking MacBook, but I've been featuring in people's fucking like
Yeah, that's one way to do it too.
Yeah,
and
I've been
another
just
way,
featuring.
a lot of people that were gained traction on YouTube and followers on YouTube have switched over to Twitch because YouTube's like ad
oh,
revenue
for
and all
sure.
that
Yeah,
shit. There's
YouTube's
a lot of shit
going down the
on
drain right now
their-
with all that shit.
with their ads and shit like that. And and their monetization. So a lot of people are jumping ship and going to Twitch and shit like that. So it's easier for people like that to do it, but it's hard to just start off on Twitch with no fucking
You know what? You know what we
followers.
need back? We need Vine.
Dude, yeah, let's get big on Vine again. All the Vine stars.
Shit.
Hell yeah. Dude, you know what I've been doing recently a lot too?
What?
I started watching Narcos again because while I was over there,
Narcos
in California, yeah,
dude, that's such a good fucking show.
it's the fucking it's the shit.
the
I love
shit.
it. Yeah. Well, I was over there like in California. She had never seen it, so I was like, "Oh shit, you're gonna love it!" Like, I was like, "This is the shit," and then I put it on.
Is she
and then-
Hispanic or something?
Yes, Mexican.
All right, perfect.
Mexican.
Perfect.
California
She
and
knows.
Mexican.
She's
yeah.
with the
She
shits.
gets it. She gets it for sure. She understands.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to like episode 7 out of the first season, and then I came back and I just watched it again. It's such
so
a good fucking show.
good, bro. I'm kind of interested to see what course they're gonna take now that now that Pablo Escobar is taken out of the picture, because they did say like it wasn't originally, it's not about Pablo Escobar, it's about the whole Cali cartel, like Narcos as a fucking show.
Yeah, that's why they named it Narcos and not just like
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, they're gonna do all the Narcos. Didn't they say that they were gonna do what's his name too?
Gotcha?
No, fucking, god damn it.
Chapo?
Yeah, El Chapo.
Well,
Aren't they
that's a
gonna do an El
rumor. I
Chapo
saw
one?
they did some form of promotion with it already.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but
It
they're
just
playing it out
happened,
like if
though.
he's dead, and that's
Yeah,
kind of
which is weird.
bad. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I don't know if they should do that just yet. I think they should wait a little bit because
Yeah.
like didn't that shit happen last year?
There's a cool ass, like, for all my Mexican fucking listeners, there's a cool ass promotional thing with fucking Paquita del Barrio, which is this, like, I don't even know what background she comes from, but she's a Hispanic woman that's singing this famous song, Rata de dos Patas, and she's basically singing it. I can't remember if it was directed to El Chapo or to Pablo Escobar, but they did use that video to promote the fact that El Chapo is getting involved in it. So
Wow.
yeah, it's that song's like super famous, bro. It's pretty funny. if
Yeah,
you
it's intense.
understand
I can't wait,
Spanish.
man, because whoever I'm not sure. Like I know Netflix made the show, so I'm not sure. But like I don't know who the director is.
Yeah,
but it's
same.
mad good. So whatever
Yeah.
they put out, man, I'm gonna watch that shit. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
super
all the
well directed.
actors in that shit, like even like the cop that's friends with fucking Javier Pena and shit.
Yeah, Carrillo.
Yeah, Carrillo, like all those guys, like, dude, like the actors they selected for this shit are spot on. They're perfect.
They did a really good job with that show.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm
The
mad
president and shit. It's dope. It's
Yeah.
dope.
Also, I watched this anime called Death Parade. It's
God.
mad. Yeah, it's
Sounds dark as fuck.
it's kind of dark. It's not like hella dark, but like what it is like when two people die at the same time or something like that. They go to basically like
in a car accident type shit, or just
something like that. Yeah, or they have
okay.
something to do with each other.
All right.
They go to this like purgatory style thing where they have these arbiters that judge them, and they'll send one person to heaven and send one person to hell. It's not really they use heaven and hell as like a word for it. It's not technically heaven or hell. It's who gets reincarnated and who just doesn't.
Yeah.
And just stays in like the bodies or whatever. So it's only 12 episodes long, but it's mad good. And it's like the way that it's directed, like that each like episode is a different like two people that'll come in, and they always have something to do with each other. And at the end of it, it's always like a mind fuck. It's like, oh shit, like while they're like
Some
what they'll
Scooby-Doo
do
shit.
is how they get judged is they'll play a game. And the way that the person gets them to play the game, it says you have to play this game and you can't leave. And they try and leave and do all this shit and they can't. And
Yeah,
then
of
they come
course.
back and they're like, oh, by the way, you're playing for life or death.
Fuck.
But they're already dead. But
Sounds
they're,
dope.
they're in such a shock that like they don't really even think about it or whatever. They just kind of like, and then they press the button and then they picks out a game on random. It's like roulette's like 12 different games that they'll play.
Jesus
and there's like
Christ.
air hockey. There's like
Oh,
a
what?
fucking side scroller.
Some dodgeball?
2D like Capcom versus Marvel shit.
What?
There's what's another one? I think there was like
Like chess?
there was a card game.
Uno.
I think it was like Old Maiden or something like that. But there's like 12 different games that they'll play for life or death basically. And the way that the arbiters judge them is through playing that they'll remember their memories and how they died throughout the game, and how they
What?
react will show like the person judging them if they should be like the reincarnated one or go to hell basically.
Damn.
So like, and at the end of like the first couple ones, like the first one, I think I know in one of them, one person accidentally killed the other, and then that person that killed him killed himself after. So
Holy
that's how they were
fuck,
together, and they
yeah.
both realized it at the same time. and they're like, what the fuck? Like while they're playing the game. It's intense.
Jesus.
It's a really good show. And I'm not like, I love anime, and I know like anime is kind of like
has a weird reputation.
Yeah, it has like a weird reputation, but like there's a lot of like cool anime like that are like, there's another one, Death Note, that's like really like a mind fuck kind of like investigation one.
That's a big one.
I really like that one too. Like I really like, and of course I like Naruto and Bleach and like Dragon Ball Z. I have a fucking Dragon Ball Z tattoo. So
yeah,
like,
I see.
I love that shit. So like, I don't know. I know like anime is very.
I would like to get into it. I just the one of the last ones that I saw was this one with a character called Tomoko, I think was her name. It was about this socially awkward girl who has like crushes on people. And like,
oh, you watched one of those like slice of life ones, like a drama style one.
Yeah,
oh,
so it was pretty good, and I got to like 4 episodes deep, but then I did Muay Thai, and I just kind of like because my friend Ben, who does Muay Thai with me, shout out to Ben, he's super into that weeb shit, and he was telling like him and this kid named Calvin, they kept trying to like convince me, they kept sending me like those Kiss cartoon links to like, they're like, dude, you gotta
Kiss anime.
Kiss anime. They're like, you gotta watch this one. It's a short one, bro. You're gonna love it and shit like that. And I just never got into it.
I have I use my friend's Crunchyroll account, so I have like a bunch of animes that I can watch. Dude, you should start watching them. They're like pretty interesting if you like are just kind of sitting around.
Well, you and somebody else in the fucking comments or some shit should fucking
I'll
recommend.
I'll give you like a couple that like are very like kind of like entry level. That's not like too like, you know.
The shit that I would love watching.
Japanese.
The shit that I would love watching as a kid was Cowboy Bebop.
That's my favorite anime.
I don't know why I always fell asleep watching that.
Yeah, because it was always on Toonami. Like Toonami has like these stock like Inuyasha type shit that they'll always have on and shit like that. Yu Yu Hakusho is another one. All those are really fucking good. Those old ones, they're in like Trigun. Those are a lot easier to get into because they're like an older. The style of them, I feel like is
I like the
better
drawing.
for people that like.
I like the drawings and shit. They're pretty cool.
It's better for people that like aren't really into like the whole anime thing and like because it is like a culture basically. And shit and shit like that,
I feel that.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you like. I mean, you should just watch Cowboy Bebop all the way through because that's my favorite one anyway. It's only like 26 episodes. I'm pretty sure it's 26. Nice. It's mad good. I love it so much.
The style that I like also of drawings and like the voices and shit from an anime is also Full Metal, but
oh yeah,
it's when it comes to like fucking when anime gets into like special powers and fucking certain characters and fucking robots and shit that you should remember, like I dip out.
On certain ones you definitely gotta pay attention to what's going on, and sometimes it's hard to do, especially
it's one of those that like you can't even miss one episode because then you're fucking fucked. Like the story's fucked.
That's why you watch that shit on like Crunchyroll shit like that, so you can watch it whenever. It's like a Netflix style thing where you can just pick it up, watch 3-4 episodes, binge it for a little bit, and then like put it down. And
there's this one anime that I definitely did watch as a kid that I don't fucking remember like the name for it or anything. It's this guy in a fucking like green tracksuit who does
Yu Yu Hakusho.
That was my shit. I remember like the first episode was like he fucking gave his life for some kid that was about to get hit by a car playing soccer.
Awesome. I haven't played that in a while. I haven't played it. I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, it's
you know what's another one that's kind of like it, like that style. I'm telling you, all these like that are. It's kind of the same art style, like Rurouni Kenshin. Dude has like the scar X on his like face with long red hair. That was always on Toonami. Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, all those were on at the same time.
Inuyasha is like it's kind of like doesn't it
There's
have like
so much shit.
All right, so Inuyasha, that's like love based, isn't it? Yeah, he's like in love with someone, right? Okay.
I haven't watched it in so long. I watched it as a kid. I forget their names. I remember Inuyasha, but the girl that he's like in love with, I forget her name.
Those are cool because that's basically what the other one was. The one with Tomoko in it. She was like in love with people and stuff. Those are funny. It's like entertaining. Like those are the types of anime.
What you gotta do with anime is like you gotta. When you're going into it, I feel like if you're too serious about it and you're like you gotta have an open mind. I feel like. To get into it.
I mean, I love fucking like Japanese culture and shit. Yeah. So I already know what the fuck.
But like in general, like a lot of people like will take it too seriously. You just gotta have an open mind and be like kind of lighthearted about it, because that's how a lot of the like a lot of the humor in those shows are like that too. It's kind of like lighthearted and making fun of itself almost.
Oh shit!
So it's really good.
I just remembered the last one that Ben wanted me to get into was it's Dragon something. I think it's called Dragon Slayer. It's weird, mad sexual apparently. Like it's like about like a lesbian fucking. It's weird, bro. It's mad sexual though. I might be wrong. I might be sounding like a fucking idiot right now, but he's like he showed me like the characters, like pictures of them and shit, and I seen them so much on Twitter and shit. I'm just like, yeah, it's a popular one. Dragon Maid. I think it's Dragon Maid.
Never heard of it.
I mean, I could look it up, but
Yeah, look it up real quick. But yeah, I'll definitely give you like a couple that you should watch. I think you'd like those older ones. Like I think you'd like Trigun and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is Dragon Maid.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Never heard of it.
I'm reading the fucking quick like summary. Oh, it doesn't say much, but dude, I might get into this one, dude. To be honest, 'cause I see a lot of people fucking with it.
Yeah.
But look, I'll show you some of those fucking pictures where they got like big ass titties and shit. It's weird. Oh, my internet is trash.
Oh wow, yeah.
For sure.
Intense.
I'm getting in that shit.
But yeah.
All right, cool. Well, anime, maybe. We'll Tito Obscene fucking get into it. Find out next time.
Find out next time.
At the next episode of The Blend.
But yeah, dude. What the fuck up was that Joe Budden shit in Migos? That shit was mad fun. I love that it blew up and all the memes on Twitter about it. 'Cause it's
That
so
shit
funny.
was fucking hilarious. Were you in Cali still when that happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I actually watched that episode. Like I was following DJ Academics on like Instagram or something like that, and he posted like a little snippet of it. I was like, oh dude, I'm so fucking excited. Like,
Did they have beef before that? Or was that like on the spot, on site shit?
no, like apparently, okay. So on the show that they're on is called Everyday Struggle, and
Right.
on Everyday Struggle, Joe Budden, Joe Budden's a fucking old head that talks shit about all the new rappers and shit like that. Like he doesn't fuck with that quote unquote mumble rap, which is like.
Does he call it that or?
He doesn't. You know what's funny?
okay.
He talks shit about all that shit, but he defends the name of it. He's like, no, you guys shouldn't call it mumble rap because it's like, it's discrediting. He said this in a quote, like basically, he said it's discrediting what the artist does. He doesn't want to call it that because it's like has a negative connotation to it.
Yeah, of
which
course.
Is really
Yeah,
talks about that,
I didn't even.
which
like,
I agree with.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't even like it when
calling
people say that shit.
It should, like I understand why it's called that, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. It just sounds like it just sounds like a disrespectful kind of like tone to it.
Yeah, it sounds like you're
It's
kind
a
of like
negative
bagging shit on
connotation. Yeah.
on rap in general. So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
don't do that.
And it's mostly for like they're artists and like it's not like they're not even rapping at that
Yeah,
point. Like, they're just
mumble rap is
entertaining.
like what the same insult as like why do you listen to metal? You can't understand what.
Yeah,
the,
they're like,
know,
oh,
it's
it's screamo shit. Like
Yeah.
it's like the same parallel.
like you don't say that.
Like if you're not if you don't get it, then just don't talk about it. Honestly, like. But yeah, so he was talking shit about Yachty basically, and like that whole. I'm pretty sure everyone, if you're into this type shit, like you've seen the whole Yachty thing where he's like yelling at Yachty about
Yeah.
not being able to be happy and all this shit. Like you can't be happy all the time. Feelings are fickle. Screaming at him and shit like that.
Yeah.
But earlier that day, Joe Budden was at the mall and he saw P from QC, which is Quality Control, which is the label that Migos and Yachty are on.
Right.
And he was like, "Hey man, don't be talking about Yachty like that." Like, and he's like, "All right, I don't want to talk about Yachty anyway." So
I
like,
keep chewing on ice, by the way. I'm sorry.
yeah, Beast. Like he was like, and they talked in the morning about that shit, and they were like, "Hey, like, just don't talk about Yachty on your show." And he's like, "Fine, whatever, cool."
Right.
Later that day, during the interview,
Wait, so Yachty and Migos are in the same label?
yeah, they're on
okay. I
QC,
didn't
which is
know
Quality
that.
Control,
Alright.
which is owned by Capital. I think they have like a joint thing going on. But yeah, so when it comes to the fucking interview, Joe goes to shake their hands. I think he shakes,
Okay, you can hear my
Offset
family,
hand or
guys.
something
Just
like that.
ignore that.
and then he goes to shake Quavo's hand, and Quavo just ignores him. He's like, "Nah, I ain't with that." And I don't know if you've seen Amigos interview before, but they're awful. Like
Like awful guests.
they don't talk.
The last one I
They're
saw, I
just-
think, was like
they're
the
just kinda weird.
Breakfast Club, and they're
Yeah.
just kind of like putting their heads down.
Yeah, that's just how they are on interviews. So like
That's so
even
weird.
going into it, they knew it was like Joe Biden didn't even want to interview him. Like the other two academics and the host Nadeska is her name.
Well, it's because I mean, I would also like I kind of understand Migos in a sense because like a lot of those fucking interview shows and shit, like radio shit, like they kind of play the role of like not bullying you, but they do tease you a lot, and they're testing to see what you're gonna do and what you're gonna say. Because
which is like shit like that, like Charlemagne does on his show. The Breakfast Club.
Definitely. Like the way he came at Post Malone, like on Post Malone's like first, right after White Iverson came out, and he was like basically saying like you're not
One hit wonder
yeah,
kind of
exactly.
shit,
like
yeah.
he like disrespected him.
It's funny
because
because Joe actually interviewed Post Malone. Like they interviewed not just
Joe Budden.
But yeah, Everyday Struggle had like one of their interviews during that whole episode with Migos. They interviewed Post Malone for a little bit too, and Joe was saying, "Yeah, I thought you were a one hit wonder, but like I actually researched you a little bit. You got more and shit. Like, you got Congratulations, White Iverson, and that shit." So like,
Yo, Post, I love you.
Dude, Post Malone, the fucking man.
Hang out with us, dude.
I love that he's like. I just
he's such a cool spirit.
yeah, like I've watched like interviews with him and shit like that, and I watched him on a podcast with E3 or not E3. I keep doing that H3 podcast, and like he's just a really cool dude, and, like just from Texas and just chills, dude.
Texas is on
he just
top.
drinks Bud Light all the time.
Bud Light and fucking Camel Crush.
And then just smokes Camel Crushes. But yeah, so he goes to interview Migos, and Joe didn't want to interview him anyway, but Academics and Nadeska did because they just want, it's a good interview to have on your show because Migos is huge right now.
Yeah.
Even if they're not good interviewees, they're still good to have on your show.
Yeah, for sure. For rating, for views and shit.
That's why Academics did that whole thing. And
okay, well, hold up. It was the few snippets of whatever the fuck went down though was super cringy on like Academics' part. Like it was.
Well, yeah,
super
I was
cringy.
getting to that. So like, what the problem is that it's really loud on the red carpet during the BET Awards. A bunch of people are there. Everyone's talking. They're in like the middle of the red fucking carpet.
Fuck.
And they don't have an earpiece to hear the fucking mics.
Oh shit.
So that's why he was doing the what? Like that
Come
meme. But like he couldn't hear them, and like it doesn't help that fucking Takeoff. I'm pretty sure it's Takeoff. God damn it! I always get Offset and Takeoff's name mixed up. Dude on the right that goes.
The one that was left off. The one that was left off. I
think it's Takeoff. I'm 80% sure.
Yeah.
But like, and he's talking like he's like. It doesn't help that he's fucking mumbling and talking the whole time, like barely like.
Did he have grills on?
Yeah.
Because if he had grills on, that kind of makes sense.
Still, he's going to like fucking.
Yeah.
He's like
rapping a verse on the spot.
Yeah, literally. Just speak up a little bit. You know he can't hear you, dog. Like, come on. So he's doing that whole shit, and then Joe's like, they cut out so much of that interview before too.
Oh, I bet.
And like midway through the interview, Joe was saying that P, the guy that he talked to earlier that day, came in the middle of the interview, and he was like, "Oh," just walked into the middle of the interview. He's like, "Oh, all that Lil Yachty shit, like we squashed that shit, by the way." And he was just like, "What the fuck?
What the hell?
We're not doing it." Like, so they cut that all out too. And like Joe was just annoyed that like they weren't really answering. He wanted to interview him anyway, and that dude jumped in, and he was just like, "Man, fuck all this."
Yeah,
because I wrapped that shit up, and like the whole time, their producers like, "Dude, wrap this up," because they've been going for a while. Even though in the clip it doesn't show that much because they had to cut so much out. And like Academics isn't really paying attention because he's trying to actually interview Migos because he likes them. He's a fan of them. So he's trying to sit there and actually get an interview.
Oh, he actually likes them. I thought he was like Migos a lot. Kissing ass. No, and switching up on the spot. That's what it seems like.
No, he loves like Academics. Like the reason why he covers all that shit because he likes it so much. He likes Famous Dex a lot too, which is dope. He likes X. He talks to X a lot too.
Really? Who?
Yeah.
Academics?
Yeah. They're boys. Yeah, they
I didn't even know that.
Shit, and he gives them like advice and shit like that. So yeah, he likes the style of music. Like he likes the people in that culture. Like the quote unquote mumble rap if you want to throw all that shit together. But yeah, so he likes all that shit. So he's trying to actually get an interview out, and he's not listening to fucking the producer that's saying, "Hey, wrap this up because we got a schedule, we got more people to interview and all that shit." And Joe's just like, "All right, we got to wrap this shit up."
Yeah.
And like he's like, and he was trying to get an interview out still, and he was like, "All right, man." And then he's kissing his ass at the end, but like well, like Academics kissing their ass at the end, being like, "Well, like you guys are my favorite rap group."
Yeah, that's why I thought Joe left, but it's because there's so much that we don't see as a viewer.
Exactly.
There's so much shit that we don't know
about
or
see. So he storms off, and then the three get up and fucking the way that
squared up like a fucking
the way
movie
that they
scene,
like
dog.
got together and like all three stood up, bro. That shit was mad. It
looks
funny,
like some fucking superhero shit, bro. Like he just crosses his arms, and then all that was missing is that they were back to back. Like
they should have like it almost felt choreographed how well that they stood up together, and then like you have Offset like. I think
it is Offset.
Fucking like rolling up his sleeves and shit. Shit looks so hard, dude. And they came at him and they didn't really.
Shit, that's Takeoff. I think.
Honestly,
fuck,
dude, I don't know.
Fuck you, Migos.
Dude. I know, right? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they were trying to act like be kind of hard on camera because they knew they were on camera, but at the same time, I can see how they felt kind of disrespectful.
No, yeah, I don't think it.
I don't know. Man.
I mean, if you wanted to act hard, you could have fucking done some drastic shit. I mean, they have bodyguards on spot and shit.
Well,
I don't know who the guy was. That fucking close up in that video.
Oh, the big dude in the back, yeah, dude. All the memes, dude, that have
God.
been so fucking funny, and then like, there's one that had Famous Dex, like ad libs in it, and then like when it zooms in on that guy, and like when Joe Budden goes, "All right, we gotta wrap this shit up," it's just Famous Dex going, "Oh fuck, which one was it?"
It's what
they were doing that, yeah, and then like it was like, "Oh, it was sip and lean, it'll break." It was so fucking funny, and then like when the dude in the white and blue like goes like that, like kind of bats at him. Yeah. It's just Famous Dex going, "Ah!" It's so fucking funny, bro.
I love fucking.
You guys
like,
have to find that fucking
the rap
video.
culture
It's
is so
good.
funny, bro. Like,
it's so fucking interesting.
It's amazing.
It's
I love
the best.
It.
I love it.
Keep
so
it up,
much.
2017.
No, literally.
But yeah, fuck, that's so funny. Like that whole situation. My favorite parts were like that video where it's like it's got like the dramatic ass music from movies.
Dun, 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 dun.
That
Yeah,
when it zooms in on the dude in the white.
Zooms in.
He fucking
so,
saw that
the
shit
quality
coming.
of the zooming in. I don't know how they got it that good,
No,
but like
dude.
it's like high def and it's super zoomed in. It's
Dude.
intense.
The dude saw it coming. That
And
dude
then the
was
girl
like,
just pops her head out chewing the gum. She's like, oh
yeah,
shit.
nah, that dude like saw like 2 minutes into the future. Like when that zoom
Dude,
in
yeah,
happened,
that's so Raven vision,
for
bro.
real, bro. God, that was amazing to see. But fuck.
Yeah, man. Shit was mad funny.
Shit, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it is. How long have we been doing this shit?
40 minutes and 42 seconds. What should we start wrapping this up?
Yeah, man. Whatever. What? So.
Drop some mic, leave.
Yeah. So, plans for the podcast. Let's get back into this shit. At the moment, we want to do a weekly podcast, upload it either Monday or Tuesday, and we'll have guests on periodically.
But
At the
let me do my but.
But
I don't like a lot of people surprisingly have hit me up to be on this thing, and I don't have a problem with that. But I genuinely want to have. This is like no disrespect to anybody. I genuinely want to have people who are musicians, artists, and I mean people who are actively doing shit in general with themselves. You can even be a fucking video gamer, but
yeah,
I mean,
I love my boys. I love my homies and shit like that. Like, I love talking to you guys, but like, I'm not gonna just have you come on here and shit like at the moment, it's just Tito and I anyway, and like we'll have guests periodically maybe in the future.
And I've had people already get like kind of like offended that I wouldn't like put them in, but it's like
that's why I'm saying this shit right now. But like,
it's most convenient for me and Shane because one, we don't live far from each other.
5 minutes.
Two, I've known him for like 7 years, and some of these people from Florida, I'm barely kind of like getting to know them still, and it's like. We kind of bounce off each other, like you say all the time. We bounce off each other pretty well. So it's like I just genuinely want somebody. If I'm gonna have someone over, it's someone that I want to know more about. Of like,
for sure.
Like your friend, fucking the one that does clothes, like someone like fucking Katie and shit. Like, I want someone who has a fucking vision.
Pause all this other shit. Shouts out Kadian, NRS Gallery. Go buy his fucking dope ass clothes.
Okay, we'll drop that link.
That's my fucking homie, dog. I love Kadian.
Yeah, his fucking
clothes are
threads
tight too.
he's just a cool ass dude. Remember when we used to see him at Envious at the store here?
Yeah, he's always nice. He's always fucking. He's the homie.
I've heard of his fucking.
Cool.
I've heard of your legacy too, man. I don't know much about you, but I remember I've had people tell me that like you would sell your clothes out the backpack in PBC, dog. Like
yeah, he was doing that shit. He was standing on the side of the road with his boy Dom. Him and Dom were fucking with a sign. Was like, hey, buy our fucking clothes.
For reals?
Yeah,
that's fucking dope, bro. The
Shouts out to
grind
Dom
is
too.
real.
HYS, dog.
Bro,
their shit's
bro.
tight. I love them. They're cool as fuck.
Oh shit! I seen that fucking picture. Fucking Slump God, where's their shit?
Yeah, Ski Mask and Ski Mask just has this mixtape that just came out, and in the picture of the mixtape, he's wearing a fucking NRS shirt. So
that's dope, bro. Just fuck, man.
Kadian's
That's amazing.
dope. His clothes are dope. Fucking shouts out to Kadian. But yeah, so getting back to this shit. So like, at the moment, I want us to establish this podcast anyway, and kind of have a schedule set down, topics set down. Like we're gonna be talking about shit randomly, but like still, I want this shit to be like actually concrete and actually get like kind of like a routine going before we even have people coming on. Yeah. And when we do have people coming on, as much as I love my friends shit like that and I love talking to y'all, but like I'm not gonna just have you on because you're my boy. Like I want you to actually be doing shit like that we can talk about, because Tito and I, our conversation is going to be great anyway. So just having a third person just for another conversation isn't as interesting as it is to me, is talking to someone that's doing shit where I can hear them talk about their music that's coming out, their art that's coming out, their clothes that's coming out.
It's one thing to have your friends, like you're human with your friends and shit, but like not everybody's going to like it. Not everyone's going to understand it.
And a lot of times when it's like a group of people talking, it's kind of just a group and like it kind of... Yeah, people are just trying to talk over each other. It gets too loud, and like that's why I like this style of just him and I having a conversation. And if we were to have a friend on that's doing something, or someone, it doesn't even have to be a friend. It could be whoever trying to promote anything, like, or talk about anything. Like, I'd much rather have people coming on that are like actually doing something, trying to promote something, and like that I can interview them or just talk about their shit and get it out.
Yeah, exactly.
In a different medium. That's who I want as guests. So if you're listening to this and you want some shit, I know we don't have like, we just have our friends listening to this shit at the moment, but we're like, you know.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to establish like these are kind of, they're not trial runs. This is like a legit podcast, but like we're trying to establish a fucking like a season type thing.
Yeah, we're trying to get a routine going.
So I mean, I just made a fucking an email for the fucking SoundCloud and everything that we're doing. So eventually I'll post out our fucking email if you want to come try this podcast with us. And
easiest way to hit us up too is on Twitter.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. Our @s will be most likely on this shit.
Yeah, in the beginning. It's it's in the description of all our shit. Just hit us up on Twitter if you want to. And like, if you guys would just like have any constructive criticism too about it, that'd be hella awesome to like hear about it and just get some feedback on how we're doing, or like what you like, what you dislike, what we should work on, what should we talk about. That should be dope. Like I love constructive criticism, and I love like being gassed up.
Yeah,
so
for
you
real.
think that shit's dope? Tell me.
Hells yeah.
That shit's dope. Yeah.
So
but yeah.
should we wrap this up?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for listening. Whoever got this fucking far, it's awesome that like even with one person fucking listening.
Yeah,
to
for
this
real.
shit, we would do this shit regardless of if we didn't have like this podcast shit, because Tito and I hang out literally like every day.
Yep.
And we talk like every day anyway.
Yep.
So if you're actually listening to this shit, shouts out to you, dog.
For sure. Now we have the name though, so
The blend.
keep an eye on us, bro. We're the blend.
Weekly. We
We're
should have like episodes weekly. So
Yeah.
check back for us weekly, Monday, Tuesday type shit. So hell yeah.
All right, so take care. Thanks for listening.
Love you guys. Peace.